Love the crust. What made me grow?
Imagine.
It's started. Yeah. Started over here? Yeah. Check this out.
Alright, imagine. Means to stand. Alright. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Today is Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start the commissioning of the Sabbath service. All right? Get the first priest to come up.
Yagaram ban Yehuda ban Yashala.
Yagaram ban Yehuda ban Yashala.
Yahaba Shem Yashabrakta.
Yahaba Shem Yashabrakta. Oh, you got a drink.
Leashala.
Which means to turn and face the east. So we're going to do the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew, then in English.
It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemkav, Yahweh, Malak Wakam, Taba'ah, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Natalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Yanawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Hasalak Yanawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala'ah, Ma'anawa, Manasawan, Ball, Ashanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapara, La'awalamyam, Aman.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
So be it. I catch the power. In the Hebrew, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Akashah, Natalanawa, Akat, Arapahah, Kamalwa, Akat, Hatahar, Amatazarayim, Akat, Hakwayam, Amatayam, Akat, Arakawah, Amata'Allah, Garshan, Hashim Yahushua, Wada Aman.
In the English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha,
Ayanya,
Ahahayim,
Mahayan, Mayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Azariah.
Azariah. Ma'an. Yahweh. Aisha.
Shemaiah. Waratazah.
Ayatan. Lamawat.
Regalka. All Yanawam. Shamarka.
Ana.
La'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayishan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Tazaka. Tazalaka. Ayad. Yamyanka. Yawamam.
Ashamash.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Wayara.
Walayala.
Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makarad. Yashamar. Atlapaska.
Yahweh.
Yashamar Tazafka.
Yashmar Tazafka.
Wabaka. Mayatha.
Ma'atha. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He will keep thee.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee will slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth thee shall not slumber nor sleep.
Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. Even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Dalayamaka. Al Dakarash. Al Dashakwat. All. Kayana. Hawayakabia. Wahama Yawan. Wamashanayaka. Nasha'awa. Ra'aj. Alamayaka. Ya'ira Yamwa. Sawad. All Tazapawanyaka. Amawa. Lakawa. Nakachidam. Magawa. Wala'a. Yasakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Iwad. Kaya. Now what I Tazawa. La. Yakadwa. All Yakab. Barya. Yakathwa. Salaki. Ayawa. Salaki. Ahaya. Adama. Adawam. Wayasha. Salaki. Wayasha. Maliyaham. Mawa'aba. Wagarium. Gabal. Wa'amawan. Alashah. I'm Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawat. Imam. Ahaywa. Zarwad. Laban Yalawat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadian. Kasayara. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashawan. Nasha Amdayawa. Nashamadywa. Banya Ida.
But I ain't the Ira.
Hayawa.
Iowa.
The man.
The man.
La Adama.
The Adama.
Shayatamwa.
Sayatamawa.
Nadaya Aimayawa.
Nadaya Amawa.
Kasa'ar.
Ka'ar.
Wakazabak.
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 Wakatazalamanai.
Wakazalamanai.
Kalnasiyakamwa.
Wakazakayamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayashawa.
Nayashawa.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Gagala.
Gagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
La Payaraka.
La Panyaraka.
Kayash.
Kayash.
Tabaaya Ira.
The Ba'ira Yaira.
Wakazalaba.
Wakalaba'a.
Galahat.
Galahat.
Haryam.
Aryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Amadapma.
Darabadma.
Basa Iraka.
Basa Iraka.
Wabasa Wapafka.
Wabasa Wapafka.
Thala Baham.
Baba Halam.
Mala Allah.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Walawan.
Walawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabalawaha.
Wayabala Halawa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakapawa.
Wayakaparawa.
Waya I Bayawa.
Waya Abadwa.
Salaga. Waya Abadwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya da Iowa.
Waya da Iowa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata. Shamka. Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Labadka.
Labadka.
All you want.
All you want.
All call Ratazah.
All call Ratazah. Keep not silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For, lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel.
May be no more remembered.
May be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarene.
And the Hagarene.
The Baal.
The Baal.
And the Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
And the Philistines.
And the Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur.
Assur.
Is also joined with them.
Is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kaisan.
The brook of Kaisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They become a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Orel.
Make their nobles like Orel.
And like Zeid.
And like Zeid.
Yeah. All their princes of Zabah.
All their princes at Sabbath.
As Lamuna.
And as Lamuna.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The house of Yahweh. In possession.
In possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As a stove before the wind.
As a stove before the wind.
As the fire burnt the wood.
As the fire burnt the wood.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble forever.
And trouble forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Whose
Whose name alone. Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art most high over all the earth.
Art the most high over all the earth.
Sir. Yeshabium.
is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Mashah, La'amar, verse 2, Bayawam, Kadash, Hawa Ashwan, Hara Ashwan, Bakad, Lahadash, Lachadash, Lakuam, Ath, Mashakan, Aha, Mawa'ai, verse 3, Washama, Sham, Atha, Arawan, Ha'adawath, what's a kath? Ha'aran, Atha, Haparaka, verse 4, Wahabata, Ad, Hashalahan, Wa'arakath, Atha, Arakan, Arakawa, verse 5, Wahaba'ath, Atha, Mazabah, Hazahab,
Yeah, I'm where you at? We at verse 4.
Hamanara, Waha'aliyah, Atha, Larathia, verse 5, Wanatha, Atha, Mazabah, Mazabach, Azahab, Laquatara, Lapunya, Arawan, So like in verse 5. Wanna the ya ath mazabah hazahab la kwa ra la quatara la punya arawan Ida Washamat Ata Masak Apatak Lamashkan verse 6. Wanata Af Mazabah Ha'ila Lapunya Patak Mashakan Ahala Mawa I verse 7.
Thank you.
Wanata Hakayar Bayan Ahala Mawa I Wabayan not the
Verse 7. Bottom of verse 7.
Shum Mayum.
You can read 9 and 7.
We can do 7. All right, so go to Exodus verse 40, verse 4.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, on the first day of the first month shalt thou set up the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation. Verse 3, and thou shalt put therein the ark of the testimony, and the cover of the ark, and cover the ark with the veil. Verse,
What's so important about what he's bringing out now, right, is the chapters before we went over how the Most High, you understand what I'm saying, gave instructions to Moses to tell the men to give Israel instructions on how to build the temple, on how to build the sacraments within the temple, being the Ark of the Covenant, being the altar, you understand what I'm saying, being the veil, right? And now the Lord is telling us pretty much how to have service now. We got the tent. On this time, on this day, is when you're going to resurrect the tent. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the instructions that Moses is getting from the Lord and telling the children of Israel now. Salaki.
verse 4, and thou shalt bring in the table and set in
3.
Okay, no.
Verse 4, and thou shalt bring in the table and set in order the things that are to be set up in order upon it. And thou shalt bring it in, and thou shalt bring in the candlestick, and light the lamps thereof. Verse 5. And thou shalt set the altar of gold for the incense before the ark of the testimony, and put the hanging of the door to the tabernacle. Verse 6. And thou shalt set the altar of the burnt offering before the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation. Verse 7. And thou shalt set the laver between the tent of the congregation and the altar shalt thou put water therein.
Right. So this right here lets you know that the formal order of how things are supposed to be set, you know what I'm saying, in the tabernacle of the Most High God. Furthermore, this also lets you know that all of these false religions get the idea of what they do from the Israelites. That's you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like one of the laws is like when you did any type of offering, you slaughtered them before the door of the tabernacle.
Right.
Right? So like when you see all of these movies or you following like Ifa, Santeria or voodoo and stuff like that, and you see them slaughtering goats before the lintel of the door, you know what I'm saying, before they enter the house and stuff like that, that came from the Israelites, but they have we found and followed wickedness. You know what I'm saying? This is the order of our ceremony. You understand? And we here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. Go ahead.
And if I may, to add to the point that's so heavy what Officer Tazdak is bringing out, is how the other nations, you see what I'm saying? They were people that did not know how to worship God. They worship everything.
Right.
And they in their own imagination on how to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, you were given step-by-step instructions on how to serve the creator of the heavens and the earth.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And he gave you these instructions that should last and that what we should be doing throughout all our generations, man. You see what I'm saying? This thing here ain't gonna stop, brother. We're practicing them now again to show the Most High that we're wanting and we're willing to do this thing forever here in the Isupk.
Right.
But because when Christ returns, brother, this is what we will be doing throughout all our generations as a perpetual blessing, man. You understand what I'm saying? We'll be giving, this is us giving light unto the world, giving rest unto the heathens while we go worship our God. You see what I'm saying? So this is why the book of Exodus chapter 40 is so important, brother. It's a lot.
That's good. Let's jump back to Hebrew.
Okay.
Get verse 8.
Verse 8. Shamath Atah Tazar Sabayab Wanatha Masak Sha'ira Hakatazar Wala, also like verse 9. Wala quachta ata. I mean, so like ata shaman. Hamashcha Wamashkat Tata Hamashkan Wa'ata Ka Asar Bawa Wakwadat Wakwadashita Atawa Wa'ath Ka Kalayawa Wahaya Kodash verse 10 Wamashta Wamashta. Is that it? Wamash Ada Wamash Khata Ada Mazabach Ha'ila Wada Ka Kalayawa Wakwadashta Ata Hamazabak Wahaya Hamazabak Kodashium verse 11 Wamash Khata Ata Hachoyar Wata Kalawa Kanwa Wakodasta Atawa verse 12 Wahakwa Bath Kwar Bath Ata Aharon, Wa'atha, Bana Yawan,
I'm sorry.
Banyua, Padach, Ahala, Mawa'ai, Ra, Tazah, Tazah,
There you go.
Adam, Bamayum, Waha, oh, Salaki. Verse 13, Waha, Bashat, Atha, Ahayawa, Aharan, Atha, Bagadaya, Hakwadash, Wamashkata, Athawa, Wakwadashta, Athawa, Athawa, Wakahan, Laya, verse 14, Wa'ata, Banyawa, Dakwa, Yaba, oh, snap. The Quaria, Wahalabashta, Atham, Kathana, verse 15. Oh, snap. Verse 8. Salaki, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 8. And thou shalt set up the court round about, and hang up the hanging at the court gate. Verse 9. And thou shalt take the anointing oil and anoint the tabernacle, and all that is therein, and thou shalt hallow it, and all the vessels thereof, and it shall be holy. Verse 10. And thou shalt anoint the altar of the burning offering, and all his vessels, and sanctify the altar, and it shall be an altar most holy. Verse 11. And thou shalt anoint the laver in his foot, and sanctify it. Verse 12. And thou shalt bring Aaron and his sons unto the altar of the tabernacle of the congregation, and wash them with water. Verse 13. And thou shalt put upon Aaron the holy garments, and anoint him, and sanctify him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. Verse 14. And thou shalt bring his sons, and clothe them with coats.
So everything that we do in this school is a righteous act, right? Like just like Aaron and his sons that were the first priests that were holding the holy convocations, right? You ought to put on the holy garment. You know what I'm saying? We up here got on holy garments. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to light the incense. The incense is lit. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we do in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is according to what the Lord has outlined for us to do. You know what I'm saying? Like what we wear is not a fashion statement. It's what's ordained by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The way we hold Sabbath service is ordained by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The way a brother is supposed to approach the altar is ordained and outlined by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So this, as he's reading along, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you gotta do is just look up and see what's going on, and we are doing the exact same thing as outlined by the Lord. Go ahead,
So, like, if I may, what this also goes to show is how disgusting the goddamn Christian church is, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? How they don't put any order until the way the Most High says He wants His order to, He wants His tabernacle and things to be established, man. That's what's so disgusting about Christianity. They believe that you can just present anything to the Most High.
Right.
That you could just wear anything in there. Bro, it's supposed to be a righteous place, brother. This congregation is a set apart congregation.
And if I could,
Come on, sir.
And then to add on top of that, like the podium is hollow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's holy.
It's
Come
holy.
on.
Like, only priests are supposed to be on top of the podium. But you go to the Christian church, they got women at the podium.
Unclean.
Unclean. You know what I'm saying? Clean or unclean. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
good,
They
right.
got children up there on the podium.
Everybody got a
You
word.
know what I'm saying? Everybody got a word at the podium. You know what I'm saying? When it says that you are supposed to Kodash or Kodashion, it's supposed to be holy and sanctified.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not something to play with. It's not something to trifle with. Like, if you, like, it was so serious. Like, if you did something like Aaron's sons brought, what's the scripture say? A strange fire.
Right.
Unto the Lord, and the Lord killed them on the spot and told Aaron, you better not mourn.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that we do, this is not to be trifled with. This is not a light thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To have the office of a priest, it don't matter if you are a trooper,
Right.
or an officer,
Right.
or a captain, or a general.
Right.
This is not something to be taken lightly. When you take that oath, you understand? You are to hold up your office.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? Don't sweat. You got something you want to add?
Kind of kind.
Go ahead.
If I may, what's so heavy is that, you know what I'm saying? It goes to show how disrespected the work of a true priest is, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Not everybody's cut out to be able to stand before the Lord for the sins of the nation of Israel, bro.
Right.
And that's what your job is, to be a shepherd of the dumbest animal of the earth.
The sheep.
You understand what I'm saying? Salam.
All right, let's jump back into Hebrew. You read all the way to 14? All right, no sweat. Let's jump back into Hebrew. All right, you at verse 15.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wow. Or Mashkata Atam Ka'ashar Mashkath Ata Abayaham Wakahanya Wakahanya Kahanwa
There you go.
Laya Wahaya Ta Wayata Lahayat Lahayam Laham Maskatam Laka Lakahana I will lum.
There you go, buddy.
Ladarathum.
There you go. Look at you.
Verse 16. Waya Tazasha.
No.
Waya Aish. Masha. Kakal. Ashar. Tazawa. Wa ha wa Yahweh.
Yeah, brother. Take your time. You doing good.
Atawa. Verse 17.
You got a couple more
Oh,
words.
so I ain't see that. Khan. Aisha.
Now 17.
Verse 17. Wayahaya. What was that book? Bachadash. Hawa Ashawan. Bashana. Hashanaya. Ba'akad. Lachadash. Hawaquam. Hamashkan, verse 18. Wayaquam, Masha, Ata, Hamashakan, Wayathan, Ata, Adaniwa, Wayasham, Ata, Kordashiwa, Wayathan, Ata, Baryakayawa, Wayaquam, Ata, I'm a Wadayawa. Verse 19. Wayaporash, Ata, Ahala, Aya, Hamashkan, Wayasham, Ata, Makasa, Ha'ala, Ilawa, Malama'ila, Kashawa, Kashar, Tazawa, yes, Yahweh, Ata, Masha. Verse 20. Wayaquam, Wayachach, Wayaquach, Wayathan, Atha, Ha'ai, Ha'adach, Al, Ha'aran, Wayasham, Atha, Habadian, Al, Ha'aran, Wayathan, Atha, Hakaparat, Al, Ha'aran, Malam Allah, verse 21. Wayaba'a, Atha, Haran, Al, Hamashkan, Wayasham, Atha, Parakah, Hamasak, Wayashad, Wayasak, Al, Arawan, Ha'adawath, Ka'ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Atha, Mashah. That was 15 to 21. Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15. And thou shalt anoint them as thou did anoint their father, that they may minister unto me in the priest office, for their anointing shall surely be an everlasting priesthood throughout their generation.
I mean, good night, brother.
I mean,
that's order.
you know what I'm saying? Like when a brother passes his office test,
Right.
what happens? What happens?
Blood over.
No. What literally happens when a brother passes his office test? What happens? Whether it's at camp or at the school, what happens?
It's anointed. That oil.
All right, how is he anointed?
By the priesthood.
Now, what is the process of him becoming anointed?
By the oil.
And
Say his name 3 times.
and prayer.
That's right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So this lets you know that everything that the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge does is righteous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be anointed in order to get this priesthood and to do this work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you anointed by the men above you. You anointed the men above you with the Lord to do this work.
That's right.
You understand? Like this is not something to trifle with, man. Like when you take on, as we're under the order of Melchizedek, you know what I'm saying? Because the Levitical priesthood is done away. When you take on the office of a priest, like first and foremost, like the old man at that point is dead. Like ain't no light thing when you come up here, when you go on the podium to teach at camp. You know what I'm saying? There's no light thing when you come up here and teach your class. It's serious, man, because people's lives are on the line. You understand? That's why that's just like it's a choice to do Hebrew Academy, it's a choice to become an officer. You can be a trooper forever.
Right.
You can be a student forever. You know what I'm saying? But to take that oath as an office, as a priest, and to be anointed, that means it's time to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And if I may, the most important thing is you can't be a goddamn hypocrite, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is why the order was always meant for a priest to be one who wanted to do it. Through the order of Melchizedek. You see what I'm saying? Not through the, you know what I'm saying? He chose the Levites. Yes, the Lord, he had a reason for choosing the Levites. You see what I'm saying? But the order, the whole example of being a priest is the one you do the ministry unto the Most High, and you're not a goddamn hypocrite, bro.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You live by the actual commandments that you're judging matters by.
Right.
That you're holding our people accountable by. That you're being an officer of an execution of the justice for breaking those commandments. You see what I'm saying? You hold true to that because you doing them yourself. And not only will you exact them outside your household, but you do that within your household as well.
Right.
Being a bishop, bro, being a righteous man, you know what I'm saying? Your household gotta be in order first too. You know what I'm saying? Your ribs have to be in order. You understand? If not, brother, you'll be a contradiction, bro. And the Lord don't deal with that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you take on this oil, bro, and you become a priest, it's you take the oath to walk the line first, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that you will bear the burden for your people because you're blameless.
Right.
And that's what Christ, that's the whole aspect of what our King came and showed us to do. Salakis.
That's awesome, man. Keep reading.
Don't come. Verse 16. Thus did Moses according to all that the Lord commanded him. So did he. Verse 17. And it came to pass in the first month, in the second year, on the first day of the month, that the tabernacle was reared up. Verse 18. And Moses reared up the tabernacle and fastened his sockets, and set up the boards thereof, and put the bars thereof, and reared up his pillars. Verse 19. And he spread abroad the tent cover of the tabernacle, and put the covering of the tent above it, as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 20. And he took and put the testimony into the ark, and set staves on the ark, and put the mercy seat above the above upon the ark. Verse 21. And he brought the ark into the tabernacle, and set up the veil of the covering, and covered the ark of the testimony, as the Lord commanded Moses.
And if I may, sir, what's so important is that this shows that we have relics that actually pertain to our heritage, that actually pertain to our culture, because that's what this tabernacle, that's what the Ark of the Covenant is. You know what I'm saying? That's what the testimony that's held within that Ark of the Covenant. You know what I'm saying? It pertains to what the Lord gave to the children of Israel. That showbread that's sitting there, that's to show what the Lord has done for us, man. You see what I'm saying? So there's something that we have lost, because where the hell is that? Who has it?
If I could.
Come on, sir.
I mean, like during the Hellenization period of the Greco-Roman Empire, when Alexander the Great came, like it says in the Book of Maccabees that they took away the incense,
right? The
vessels, the visuals, you understand?
Right.
The holy altars, you know what I'm saying? The anointing oil,
right?
You understand? They took away our treasures from our temple,
right?
You understand? And they're spread throughout the four corners of the earth, and you be doggone right, the Vatican got a mass majority of it.
Right. They melted down our gold and got it draped over their stuff while they molest children.
Right.
That's why they stuff gotta burn, brother. Right. When they stuff burn, we'll melt it back down, brother, and we'll build our menorah back.
You understand? The menorah.
You see what I'm saying? We'll rededicate our temple when our king returns, man. You understand? That's our culture because we've been disobedient. But we're going to fight to get back our culture, man. We're gonna fight, and this is why the ISUPK is so important, bro, because we're the only ones, brother. We're the only school, we're the only Israelites, we're the only first real Israelites, and we're the only ones that have a goddamn Sabbath service, man.
Right.
You understand? Let's start with that, brother.
I mean, the Sabbath service was the Sabbath was so important. You know what I'm saying? The convocation of the Sabbath was so important. Like John the Baptist's father, anybody know what his occupation was?
Good night. Right.
His occupation was just to light incense in the temple.
That's right. Be the whole time.
It was so much incense in the temple.
Right.
His job was all day lighting incense.
Right.
And relighting incense.
Damn.
You understand? So all throughout, you know what I'm saying, where they were in Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying, you can smell the incense from a mile away.
Damn.
He's smoking it out in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That was his job from sundown to sundown to light the incense in the temple.
And the Lord called him upright, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
That man
Upright.
was righteous, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And his job was to light incense.
That's it.
Like that's like if your job is to take out trash in the temple. Mm-hmm. No man's job is a light job.
Right.
If you are a priest, your job is your job. It doesn't matter if it's lighting incense, if it's lighting candles, if it's taking out the trash, if it's sweeping the floors. It is a holy work unto the Lord.
Damn right.
You understand? And best believe this, all of us are filthy rags that are not worthy to wipe the floor of the throne room of the Most High God.
Good night.
You understand? So if he chose you and picked you out of the world to do the work, it don't matter what the work is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if your job is to hedge, it's to trim the hedges around the temple. Get your bucket hat and get out there and trim them hedges with pride. They better be glorious.
That's right. Put your soul in it.
You understand? Like when someone like what Ashar and Apostle brought out, like you have to love the work.
That's right.
You understand? What you're doing is by choice because no one is telling you to come to Sabbath service.
That's right.
No one is telling you to go to camp.
That's right.
No one is telling you to keep the law. You are unto a law unto yourself.
That's right, sir.
You understand? Christ himself said, how much more is it for them that do not see me and believe?
Good night. Blessed thing.
You understand? Like Mashpakah, family, like what we're doing right now is rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord, and this is the greatest thing that you could ever do in your life.
Right.
You understand? This is a day-to-day thing.
Right.
Ain't no days off.
Right.
You understand? You put your hands to that plow, you look forward like a horse that got blinders on, and you walk.
That's right.
No matter how hard it is. You understand? The scripture says, broad is the path to destruction and narrow is the way to life.
That's right.
You understand? You're going to get beat every day.
Right.
You understand? It's going to be great days, it's going to be bad days. But you want to know one thing? The sun going to keep rising, so you keep walking.
Damn right, sir.
You understand? Like this is not light work. So it don't matter if you a sister braiding hair, if you a sister cleaning meat for a holy convocation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You preparing a salad. If you a brother putting out chairs. You know what I'm saying? If you a brother putting out cones, if you on shamar, if you mopping the floor, sweeping the floor, if you washing dishes, do it unto the Lord, man.
Right.
With Thanksgiving, go ahead, sis.
It just goes back to the scripture. I'm not sure which one it is about. It talks about the different parts of the body, and like every part of the body is important.
Everybody can't be a bicep.
You can't function without one hand, so everybody can't be one hand because you need two hands.
How about this? Everybody can't be the bottom of the feet, man. Somebody got to be the soul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand how important the sole of your feet is.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? You step on a pin, you gonna scream bloody murder.
That's right.
You understand? Like, the sole of the feet carries the weight of the entire body.
That's right.
The toes balance the body.
Right.
You understand? Like, the shins allow you to move.
Right.
The knees allow you to step.
Right.
You understand? The hamstrings allow you to knock somebody out.
Right.
You understand? Like, every portion of the body is important.
That's right.
It don't matter if you a hair on the forearm. Just don't get blown off. You know what I'm saying? But every part of the body has a purpose.
Right.
Everybody can't be the heart, everybody can't be the lungs. I mean, you might be a cell, just make sure you ain't a cancerous cell.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If only if your job is to go through meiosis, which is to multiply and die, pass on the knowledge of the Lord that was given unto you to the next generation and die with honor, man.
That's right.
That is the whole purpose of what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to download and transfer.
Right.
That is your whole job. You are a cell in the body. Don't be a sickle cell or a cancer cell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Follow the function in which you were designed to do, and that is to be a priest and prophet of the Lord. That is to be a daughter of Zion. We are a nation of kings and priests.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Salaki.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's so heavy, brother. It's so heavy. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we are a nation that of accountability. You see what I'm saying? That's what this order of these scriptures provide. Accountability. Somebody got to be accountable for their actions, brother.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And everybody is accountable for their actions. You know what I'm saying? It's a solo walk, but it's not a solo walk.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not a self-spirituality thing because everybody has a part to play. You understand what I'm saying? But just know that if you fail at your part, you can cause your brother to fail. You can cause a whole nation to fall, brother. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we have to understand as a people, man. That's what this Bible gives us, man. That's what we have to do. We have to play the part so the Lord won't destroy us as a nation. And he's going to hold us he holds us to a higher regard because we were given his instructions, man. You understand what I'm saying? We are the only family that he sees. So this is why we get punished. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, we the smallest of nations. We make up the minority of all the heathen. All the heathens know how to band together against the nation of Israel, against Black, Hispanic, and Native American people that prosper. You understand what I'm saying? And the Lord did that for a reason. So we'll always look to turn to him. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be seen as a righteous people because we trust a power, you know what I'm saying, that nobody can see. You understand? But the whole aspect is we believe in this power so much that we're going to love each other even if it costs us our life. You know what I'm saying? We're going to follow these commandments because this is our culture and this is what our forefathers did. This is why they had to cut us off from it. You understand? These instructions are so great, bro, that if we kept them wholeheartedly, we would rule the earth. And this is what the earth cannot have because the earth wants to do what it wants to do. It wants to bring everybody together in a delusion so they can rule over you because everybody hates us. We Chris. Everybody hates Chris. Everybody hates the nation of Israel, brother. You done with that? In the English?
Yeah,
In the Hebrew? Okay.
this is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wayathan, Atha, Hashalakam, Halashakan, Ba'aha'al, Mawa'ai,
There you go.
Mawa'ai, I'll. Ya, Ra,
I'm sorry, Iraq.
Iraq. Hamash Khan. Hamash Khan. Tazapa. Tazapana. Maharataza.
That's a word,
Mahawataza. Laparakat. Verse 23. Where your eye run, I'll Yahweh. Where your rock. It's like Aliwa. I rock. Lacham. Lapanya. Yahweh. Ashar. Tazawa. Yahweh. Atah. Mashah. Verse 24. Wayasham. Atah. Hama. Excuse me. Hamanara. Baal. Bahal. Mawa'id. Nachach. Hush. Hashalakan. I'll. Yarak. Hamash Khan. Nagaba. Waya. I was like it. Verse 25. Waya I'll. Hugga Rock. Hanara. Lapanya. Yahweh. Bashar. Kashar. Kashar. Tazawa. Yahweh. Atah. Mashah. Verse 26. Wayasham. Atah. Mazabak. Haza'ah. Hazahab. Kahal. Ba'ahal. Mawa'id. This way.
Yeah.
This is where she was the top. Lapanya. Haparakah. Verse 27. Waya Qatar. Waya Qatar. Iowa, Quartarath, Samayim, Ka'ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Atha, Mashah, verse 28, Wayasham, Atha, Masak, Hapatach, Lamashkan, verse
22.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 22. And he put the table in the tent of the congregation upon the side of the tabernacle northward without the veil. Verse 23. And he set the bread in order upon it before the Lord, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Verse 24. And he put the candlestick in the tent of the congregation over against the table on the side of the tabernacle southward. Verse 25. And he lighted the lamps before the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 26. And he put the golden altar in the tent of the congregation before the veil. Verse 27. And he burnt sweet incense thereon, as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 28. And he set up the hanging at the door of the tabernacle.
Pretty much self-explanatory, if I may, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? These instructions are very simple, right? Because the Lord knows that we are sheep. Sheep being his favorite damn animal, and he knows that you got to give sheep direct instructions. He gave us a direct language. He gave us direct instructions. He gave us one man that should be our shepherd. You understand what I'm saying? And he provided miracles for us to see that he's our God.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So the nation of Israel, brother, we are truly without excuse on why we should not be keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
Straight up.
You understand what I'm saying? The only problem is we don't have love, brother. We don't have that brotherhood, which is the key ingredient for us serving the Lord, one, A, and serving each other, B.
What we said on the phone, the hardest thing and the easiest thing.
Right. Break that down, if I may, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? The hardest thing and the easiest thing to do is be a goddamn brother.
That's right, brother.
You understand what I'm saying? That's the hardest thing for Negroes to do.
And the easiest thing.
Once you put it in your spirit that that's what you got to do.
Right. Ain't no choice.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's what and that's what the crazy thing Christ was trying to teach during his time. Black people, if you just love each other and put that love for each other first, have mercy and compassion for each other first. You understand what I'm saying? We will rule the goddamn earth. You're the salt of the earth. You understand what I'm saying? You don't see how every nation of people have to look towards you and have taken your customs and your culture and had you to build their nation?
That's right, brother.
You see what I'm saying? Like we were firsthand. We were in the old world during the time of the Romans. We knew our culture. We knew we already been slaved by everybody.
That's right, brother.
You know what I'm saying? We knew the Syrian captivity. We knew what Daniel and them been through during the time of the Babylonians. You see what I'm saying? We seen that we built everything over there. You understand what I'm saying? But nevertheless, brother, we crucified our own goddamn king. You see what I'm saying? So the whole key to this is brotherhood, man. And I never heard a breakdown. I never heard another group, non-affiliated rogue Israelite say anything about some goddamn brotherhood, man. The only place you're going to hear about that is in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man.
They want to argue about who Christ died for, but really, who did Christ die for? His god doggone brother.
It was only 11 niggas left.
Yeah. but Christ dying was the ultimate. It is. You know what I'm saying? But Christ dying is the ultimate form of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? The whole duty of man is to love God and keep the commandments.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't want nobody to rob me, why would I rob you?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm hungry and I'm about to eat, why wouldn't I feed you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sister, you know what I'm saying, for providing food for the brothers and sisters here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I want somebody to watch over my children when I have children, why wouldn't I watch over and protect your children?
God damn, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? The hardest and the easiest thing is brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? The reason why it's the hardest thing because you got to get out the way of your pride.
That's right.
You understand? It takes humiliation and being humble.
That's right.
You understand? To be there for your brother because you've been where your brother's been.
That's right.
You understand? And you don't want him to go through what you went through.
That's right.
You understand? So you remember what it was like when you were downtrodden.
That's right.
You remember what it was like when you were broken.
Damn.
You don't want your brother to go through that, so you be there. You be his iron to sharpen his iron when he's dull.
That's right.
You understand? You be that kickstand when he's weak to support him.
That's right.
You understand? You answer the phone when he calls because you didn't have no one to talk to and you needed someone to talk to.
Man.
You understand? Like, brotherhood is a weapon.
That's right.
You understand the reason why we say one body? Because if I step on the tack, the whole body gonna feel it.
That's right.
You understand? If I kick the edge of a bed, the whole body gonna feel it.
Good talk. Go down.
You know what I'm saying? You stub your toe, the whole body gonna feel it.
Right.
You understand? So there's no portion of the body insignificant. You get an infected ingrown toenail, the whole body gonna feel it. You gonna be down.
Paper cut.
Paper cut. There is no portion of the body that is insignificant. So you take care of the body. You take care of your brother like you take care of yourself.
Right.
You tell him to go to the doctor because you just went and got a checkup. Hey, brother, go to the doctor. You tell him to go to the dentist because you just got your checkup. Go to the dentist, brother. You love him like you love yourself.
That's right.
You understand? That is the whole purpose for all of this. The reason why the Lord gave these instructions is so that you can live a life and live a life more abundantly. You know what that is? That's a life without curses.
That's right.
And the only way that you're going to be able to live that out is by following the instructions that the Lord has given you.
That's right.
Line by line, precept by precept, here a little, there a little. Go ahead, brother.
And if I may, it's almost tear-jerkingly sad, bro, how black people and Hispanic people and Native American people have gone through the same torment, sabotage, systematic oppression.
That's right.
By the same oppressor, bro. How we can't come together and just love each other, bro.
That's right.
And figure out and try to find the man that the Lord gave the solution to.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you start breaking down, you know what I'm saying, all the atrocities that have happened only to us, you know what I'm saying? And just how we can, you live day-to-day life in the goddamn ghetto, bro, and the only people you see are other black people, and you hate them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Bro, it's sad, bro. You understand? And you can see why these other nations can look upon us and shake their goddamn head at us, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And look at us, you know what I'm saying? And just be like, God, dog, what's wrong with these people? You know what I'm saying? Because they live in the community. They have whole countries where it's nothing but people that look like them. And they don't do that.
Big bag.
They don't hurt each other. You understand what I'm saying? They build buildings, they build businesses so they people can work. You understand what I'm saying?
But you on the block with your brother want to kill him.
Come on, over $14, $15, bro. over nothing.
Right.
What you got? Come get a microphone.
I ain't never seen the homeless Asian.
Brother, come on, man. I mean, unless you go to Asia, you know what I'm saying. But in America, no, in America, I ain't never ever seen a homeless. I ain't never seen a homeless Arab in America.
Never seen a homeless Arab.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a homeless East Indian in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to know why? Because they know the value of brotherhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got something you want to say, sis?
I do. I mean, when he said earlier, brotherhood is the easiest and hardest thing to do. Like, to me, it baffles me that it's so hard for us to do it, but we will kill who we are just to please and to show brotherhood to another nation of people. Mm-hmm. Like, every day, you know what's going on in the streets, you know we down in the streets, but you would still kill yourself as a black man or a black woman to kiss the behind of your oppressor, to please them in the workplace, to do everything they tell you to do, but you can't follow the man that look like you that tells you to do something that's right. There's always an excuse for it. But you, in the workplace, you be always, there's no excuses. I got to follow the rules. I'm trying not to get fired. But why not try not to die? Like,
Right.
I mean, even on your point, something smaller than that. Like, your boss asks you to go get lunch for the office. I got it, boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And lay the spread out and everything.
Your brother asks you to take him up to the block of Burger King. Come on, man. Like,
Right, real
I gotta
talk.
take you right now.
Right.
You got gas money?
You got gas money? You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be no question.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what Christ said, like when I was hungry, did you feed me?
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? When I was in prison, did you come visit me?
Real talk.
And that right there,
Come on, sir.
that is really you know how many blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are locked up and forgot about?
Good night.
You know how much strength and encouragement for them to go on, for them to get one letter?
Right. If I may, real quick, sir,
Hold on.
Harris County, they lose you on purpose.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can't get your mail. One of my ex reels from when I was a young man, before I even came into the truth, when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Her brother was locked up for 10 years. You understand? Every time I see him, wherever he's at, whatever he's doing, he stops what he's doing. He looks out for me. Whenever he sees me, behind 3 letters that I wrote him while he was locked up, he said, man, you don't know how much that meant to me. To know that there was somebody else out here that wasn't my family, that was thinking about me when my family wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you got a family member that is incarcerated, go visit them, man. Write them, man. Let them know that you're thinking about them, that they are not forgotten. Because forget about them is to kill them. You treat them like somebody you put in the ground and they're still here. You understand?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, straight up. Like, we treat our people that are incarcerated like they're dead. You just go on with your life and you forget about them. But they are literally living in hell. Go ahead,
One thing I gotta say, in Isupk, we don't forget our brothers locked up in them cages. We have a prison program for the brothers, you understand?
That's right.
That's right.
We don't forget about our brothers, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna let our brothers die and rot away
That's
from
right.
themselves. We're gonna do something about it.
That's right.
We'll be a family to those who don't got one. You understand?
That's
Real
it.
talk.
That's
You know what
it.
I'm saying? And that's the most important thing, brother. Yeah. You can talk about these scriptures all day and night. Get your Clubhouse app.
But where's the work?
Had a green bean, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? You can be a moderator of moderators, brother.
But where's the work?
Good, nice, sir. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? That's what Christ was about, brother.
Like, you could have the coldest John 3:16 breakdown. But God so loved the world, but hell, you don't love your brother.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
If you give it to whosoever, just to whosoever.
you know? You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to it. Where you was at? Oh yeah, we okay. it back. Verse 28, go ahead.
Oh, wow. So start at 29. So this is in the Hebrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 15.
All right, so we'll,
It's up to you. You can go low, we not kidding.
all right, we'll do these 7 and then we'll stop there.
Okay, that's what. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 28 in the Hebrew.
29.
29, Salaki. Hey, but I lost it. Let's see. 29. Oh, that's what? Wa'ata, Mazabak, Ha'ayla,
There you go.
Sham, Patak, Mashakan, Ahal, Mawa'ai, Wa'ya'il, Al, Ya, Ayuwa, Ata, Ha'ayla,
There you go.
Wa'ata,
Sorry,
Hamanaka, Kashar, Tazawa,
There you go.
Yahweh, Atha, Mashah, verse 30, Wayasham, Atha, Haba, Hakaya, Hakayar, Bayan, Ahal, Mawa'id, Wabayan, Hamazabak, Wayathan, Shama, Mayam, Larakataza, verse 91, Warakazawa, Mamanwa, Masha, Ahar, Wa'aran, Wabanyua, Ata, Salaki, what was I saying?
He lost his place. We are 31 at the bottom of 31. The end will towards
I didn't read it. Did I read it?
started, I thought.
Shema, Mayam,
It's 31.
La,
No, I was casting it. It wasn't there. It's 31.
I just restarted. Well, oh, so like verse 31, where Wakataza, Mama Nawa, Masha, Waharan, Wabaniwa, Ada, Yadyaham, Atam, Ada, Wagalyaham, verse 32. Al, aha, mawa I, wabakara bathum, hamazabak, warakhantazawa, but Kashar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Atha, Mashah, verse 33, Wayaquam, Atha, Hatazar, Hachatazar, Sabayab, Lamashkam, Walamazabak, Wayatan, Ata, Masak, Sha'ira, Achatazar, Wayakar, Mashah, Atha, Hamala, verse 34, Wayakam, Ha'aina,
34, right?
Constantly.
Warrior Kasan.
Yes, right.
Kasan. Warrior Kasan.
Oh, it's right here.
34.
34.
Warrior Kasan.
Waya Kasa. Hayanai. Atha. Aha. Maya I. Wakabawad. Yahweh. Ma'ala. Mala'a. Atha. Hamashakan, verse 35. Wala'a. Yakar. Masha. Lakar. Labawa. Labawa'a. Aha. Mawa'ai. Kaya. Shakan. Aliwa. Ha'ai.
No,
Ha'ainin. Wakabawad. Yahweh. Mala'a. Atha. Hamashikawan. Hamashkan. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 29. And he put the altar of the burnt offering by the door of the tabernacle of the tent of the congregation, and offered it upon the burnt offering and the meat offering. And as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 30. And he set laver between the tent of the congregation and the altar, and put water there to wash withal. And Moses said, and Moses and Aaron, verse 31, and Moses and Aaron, his sons, washed their hands and their feet thereat. Verse 32, and they went into the tent of the congregation. When they came near unto the altar, they washed as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 33, and he reared up the court round about the tabernacle, the altar, and set up the hanging of the court gate. So Moses finished work. Verse 34, then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Verse 35, and Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation, because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle.
Understand? Like, so understand it, like your body is the temple of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? So when you doing the work and you doing what the Lord commands you, you're doing it so the Spirit of the Lord can fill your tabernacle, can fill your tent. You understand? So you can continue to do the righteous acts, so you can continue to plant the seeds that can be sown during harvest time. You understand? Because just like Paul said, my hope is that all of Israel will be saved. So my prayer is that my brothers and sisters will be wheat instead of tares. You know what I'm saying?
If I may, this ain't no hooky spooky thing, right? The Spirit of the Lord filled the tabernacle because they were doing everything that the Lord established for them to do.
Right.
And it was a place to where the Lord's chosen people could dwell. And when we follow the instructions of the Lord, and when two or more are gathered, you understand what I'm saying? The Lord is in the midst. Meaning, brother, the Lord is here now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because we are keeping the order and the instructions that the Lord gave unto our forefathers to do. And then when everybody that come in that congregation are in that like mind, brother, the Lord is in the midst, brother.
Right.
So when everybody are under the spirit of serving, loving the Lord with all their heart, all their mind, and all their spirit, and then they're under the same spirit of loving thy brother as thyself. You see what I'm saying? Putting the needs of the Lord first, and thy brother and your neighbor before your own, brother. The Lord will be in the midst, man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Along with going over and doing what the Lord instructed for us to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
So like it.
Alright, and with that, Amaju, please to stand. Right.
Layashala.
If I may, sir. When you salute the Torah, hey, pay attention. When you salute the Torah, you start at Barak, you start at Amajim, then Amaj Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, and then you salute to put your fist on the Torah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakiyah. And then you Amaj Shabbat, and then you roll out. That's how we're gonna salute the Torah. Grab a cup. We're gonna do the prayers.
Alright. Sar. We're gonna read the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew, then in English.
Lord's Prayer.
pray in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Badash.
Badash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lakuka.
Lakuka.
Baba'ah.
Baba'ah.
Batazayaka.
Batazayaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Atalanawa.
Atalanawa.
Lacham.
Lacham.
Ka.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaki Nawa.
Wasalaki Nawa.
Kabawat Nawa.
Kabawat Nawa.
Kasalaki Nawa.
Kasalaki Nawa.
Kabawat Nawa.
Kabawat Nawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Kabai Nawa.
Kabai Nawa.
Manasawad.
Manasawad.
Ba. Hashai Nawa.
Hashai Nawa.
Maya.
Maya.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Hata Para.
Hata Para.
La'awalamya.
La'awalamya.
Ahmad.
Ahmad. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth, as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day,
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us,
Forgive us
our debts,
our debts.
as we forgive our debtors.
our debtors.
And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil.
evil.
Thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
So be it.
All right, sisters, you shopping? All right, let's do the tour. Y'all about to see me out shop rock you up.
Go ahead. You got it. Come on. Lord don't care about that.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Walk up to the closer.
Y'all about to see me outside right here.
That same way. No. 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 AJ, come on. No. I'm out of Shabbat. No. Shh. Be quiet. Put him down. I'm out of Shabbat. Mind you. Put together.
How about you walk up?
No.
How?
Bashem.
Hashem?
Kosha.
Hashem?
Rakia.
Walk up.
Come on. I'm out of Shabbat. No. I'm out of Shabbat. Mind you. Put together. I'm out of Shabbat. Right foot out. I'm out of Mash your slide your feet again. Make a fist.
Yeah, what's wrong? Come on,
All right, so, sisters, watch.
That means it's like,
All right, no shit. All right, so men of Israel. By the spot, punch it, right? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah. Judgment time. Sisters, Amaji. Sar, turn to face sisters. Men of Israel. By the spot, punch it, right? Yahweh Shema God Shem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Judgment time. Dismissed.
Hold on.